The proposal. Lomo was an unmarried man in his mid-30s. He couldn't get a bride of his choice. But looking at his advancing age and several ailments that he had, he decided to compromise by proposing Natalia for marriage. Natalia was Chibukov's daughter and Lomo's immediate neighbor. Both the families never got along well. Even after that, Lomo thought Natalia to be fairly good-looking, well-educated, and a great housekeeper. So, Lomo visited Chibukov's home. Chibukov is extremely happy to meet him. He asked him to sit down and also inquires why he was wearing an evening dress. Lomo tells him that he has come there with a purpose. He tells him that he wants to request him about something. Suddenly, he gets excited. Chibukov feels that he must have come to borrow money from him. Lomo starts to speak and talks about random things. Finally, he tells Chibukov that he has come there to ask for Natalia's hand. Chibukov gets excited at hearing this. Chibukov gets so happy that he starts to behave idiotically. He hugs Lomo and kisses him. Lomo tells Chibukov he wants his consent for the marriage. Chibukov tells him that he was always hoping that he would come to ask for Natalia's hand. Lomo starts trembling due to overexcitement. He says that if he would have looked for a perfect partner, he would have never got one and would have remained unmarried. He feels that Natalia is a good housekeeper. He says that she is not bad looking and is very well educated. He feels he is already too old to get married, and now he should lead a quiet and regular life. Chibukov immediately rushed inside to call his daughter Natalia. When Natalia arrived, Lomo began the conversation about how both families share a cordial relationship. He starts telling her that he has known his family for a very long time. He also tells her how he inherited his land and how he respects her father. He tells Natalia that his oxen meadows touch Natalia's birchwood. On hearing this, Natalia says that the oxen meadows are theirs. Natalia gets serious and tells him that oxen meadows do not belong to him. They actually belong to them. Lomo clarifies that he is talking about the oxen meadows that are between her birchwood and burnt marsh. Natalia insists that they are theirs. Lomo refuses it. He tells her that his aunt's grandmother gave those meadows to her father's grandmother. The peasants used the land for 40 years. Natalia refuses and sticks on her point that those meadows are theirs. Lomo, on the other hand, says that he has the documents to prove that it is his land. Natalia tells him that they had that land for nearly 300 years. Both of them continue fighting over the ownership of the land. Lomo offers to make a present of them to Natalia. She also says that she can make a present of them to him. They start shouting at each other. Chibukov also enters the room Natalia asks him to tell Lomo that the oxen meadows are owned by them. Chibuko also supports Natalia and regards the meadows as theirs. Lomo refuses. Chibuko says that by shouting, Lomo cannot prove that the oxen meadows are owned by him. Chibuko accuses Lomo by saying that he cannot talk to him so disrespectfully, as he is twice of his age. Lomo says that he is calling his land as his and wants him to speak to him politely. He calls Chibuko a land grabber. Lomo threatens that he would take Chibuko to the court. A lot of abuses are exchanged between them. Chibuko says that Lomov's grandfather was a drunkard. His younger aunt, Nastasia, ran away with an architect. Lomo felt that he was dying, so he could not say anything at that time. Natalia also calls Lomo a rascal. Chibuko calls him a villain and a scarecrow. He also calls him a monster who has the courage to propose. As soon as Lomo leaves their home, Chibuko tells Natalia that he came to propose her. Hearing the word propose, Natalia inquires him. Chibuko tells her that Lomo had come there to propose Natalia for marriage. Hearing this, Natalia starts crying. She asks Chibuko to bring Lomo back at once. Lomo enters again. Natalia begs to be excused. They shift their talks to the dogs. Lomo tells Natalia that his best dog for him 125 rubles. Natalia says that it is too much. She tells him that her father had given just 85 rubles for the Caesar. She says that Caesar is better than his dog. Lomo refuses and says that his lower jaw is shorter than his upper jaw. Natalia says that Caesar is one of the finest pedigrees. They both continue fighting over the breed of their dogs. Chibuko enters and inquires about the matter. Chibuko also says that Lomo's dog is old and short. Lomo suddenly falls. Natalia asks her father what had happened to him. Chibuko thinks that he has difficulty in breathing. Natalia feels Lomo is dead. Chibuko then calls for water as well as a doctor. Chibuko seems helpless. He starts accusing himself. He asks for a knife and a pistol. He calls himself the most unhappy man. Lomo starts reviving. He took the opportunity and gave his daughter's hand into Lomo's hand. Lomo says that he sees stars. He asks where he is. Chibuko says that he should hurry up and marry Natalia. He also tells him that she is willing to marry him. He asks Lomo and Natalia to kiss each other. Natalia becomes extremely happy on hearing this. Chibuko also feels happy. He blesses them and starts celebration with champagne.